Hey guys, welcome back to 80 Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at Figma number 570, Kento Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. And he is hands down my favorite character, but based on what I read on the internet, this guy not only is the most anticipated figure, but also one of the most disappointing figure ever. He just keeps on falling apart based on people's review, and I'm really worried, but it seems like it's just a QC issue that everybody has. Anyways, here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box, and let's check it out. And here's the figure still in the inner packaging, looking really good, and let's check out how bad the QC really is. Alright, and here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is actually not that bad. Maybe because I have very low expectation, because a lot of people on the internet were saying like the QC was really bad, but I don't seem to have any paint job issues, first of all, and I know the joints are not as good as SH Figuarts, but nothing I can't fix without some tissue papers. I'm not really sure what people are talking about. Sure, he is a little bit flimsy on the lower body, but it's not like horrible. I've seen worse actually, and maybe it's because oh I see, like maybe this is just like not very tight for a lot of people, but I think it can also be fixed with a little bit of nail polish or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna check that out later. But suited body with Figma, traditionally speaking, like has always been really bad, but you can actually tell they're putting a lot of effort trying to make this articulation better by giving all these cuts. I'm not really sure if this is a solution to do this, but it is what it is. But anyways, I think he looks great. Figma doesn't go wrong when it comes to looks. Yeah, and especially like the eyes covering, so yeah, looks pretty good for the most part. And let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much. Can't really look down. You can tilt his head. Can't really tilt his head because it's like a Figma joint. And for the shoulder, we do have kind of like a butterfly joint, so I really do appreciate this from Figma. They are trying to like give him a little bit more range, but I'll have to fiddle around a little bit more. But yeah, you can raise his arm up about this much. This is just a Figma joint, and you can like pull that out to give a little bit more range too. I don't know, it feels a little bit weird. And then you can bend about this much, and you do have the regular hinge wrist. And for the ab crunch, you actually get a lot of range with this cut, but I'm not too comfortable with me like just stressing this Robert over here. Yeah, that just doesn't feel comfortable. So I'm just gonna imagine that it's non-existent, but it's actually there. And for the leg, you can only kick up about this high, which is okay, like given the design over here, even though it's like soft material, bend about this much. And then just a regular Figma joint. You do have thigh swivels and side-to-side pivot and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. But yeah, this is not it, but it's nothing like I don't already know, right? Like I knew exactly what I was getting into, so I guess this is okay. Very mediocre. And yeah, let's check out the accessories. And before we dive deep into the accessories, we should check out the body first, and let's just take a closer look. I really do appreciate this look and the interchangeable body, but I think there's just too much engineering going on, and people are not like properly testing these. Like the biggest problem people are having is this being too loose. This thing should be rock solid. If anything, it should be really hard to interchange, but for some reason it's just like this thing is so flimsy. It's fine if you're just displaying your figure, but if you're playing around with it, this thing is gonna fall off very easily, and that is just so annoying for the playing experience. It's just so bad. And some of the joints on this body is just way too tight, and some of them like really loose. So yeah, it just makes the figure very unfun to play with. But I really do appreciate even got like butterfly joints. Like they're really trying, but I guess engineering is really not their strong suit. So I guess SH Figuarts should just really come out and show them how it's done. But yeah, for the ab crunch, you can only move it like that, and if you move a little bit too much, again, this thing just like keep falling off, so it's like not very fun to pose with. And now that we have the suit out of the way, you can kick up about this much, and yeah, this thing just doesn't stay together. Really makes me want to like just super glue this together and just call it a day, right? Maybe just buy 2 of them and super glue this. I guess yeah, super gluing this will probably give you a better experience, because you do have articulation on the upper torso here, so maybe you just don't need that lower part. I don't know. This thing should be a lot longer, and then yeah, I can see why people are mad. But yeah, let's continue with the review. And for the interchangeable head, let's start with the default looking one with the glasses, and I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It just looks really good. And then next up, we have a similar expression, but he's like talking. I'm just lecturing people. Very cool as well. And the last one we get is like a default serious expression, and this one is probably my favorite. The facial expression choices here is really good, but I feel like they should have included more in there. I'd rather get more faceplay than anything else, and I think Bandai really gets it recently. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. So far, I think it looks pretty good. And then we do have this interchangeable collar, which is really cool. Very easy to swap out. I really like this gimmick. Really give it another look. And then for the interchangeable hands, this is all we have. Pretty straightforward. We have the hand with the glasses, a hand with like when he tied up the tie on his hand for the power. And yeah, very cool. And lastly, we do have his weapon over here. Very nicely painted and sculpted. They're also very good at making these, and then we have the watch. I believe that's everything, and let's just check out the action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with some JJK Figma figures, and I think they look amazing together. But again, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna continue to collect the Figma line just because they're much more expensive and really not that much different from SHF. And SHF is much more durable, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments on what you think. Like for example, the Utah that just came out for the pre-order, I'm not really sure if I need it because it's almost exactly the same as the SHF version. But depending on your preference for the art style, I don't know. But if they make characters that SH Figuarts didn't make, of course I'm going to get it. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think, and let's move on. And next up, we have some SHF JJK figures, and I think they actually look okay together, all things considered, of course. And then we have some Naruto SH Figuarts, and at the time of this video, I can't wait to pre-order Obito in a few hours. And then we have some Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. And then we have my recent favorite Mayfax figures. And lastly, we have some other Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so with final thoughts, I actually ended up liking this figure quite a lot, and I do recommend it until we get a replacement, right? But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. Really, the only issue I have with this figure is just the articulation and the torso there being really loose, but I actually put in some tissue paper and it's a lot better. Yeah, like I'm just a big fan for this character, so it's really hard for me to not like this. But yeah, after posing around with it, I had a lot of fun, and I don't think I have anything else to add. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.